Welcome, my friends. Welcome to another aimless adventure. Coming to you from Elbert County, Georgia today. We're here in the beautiful farm countries of Georgia, and we're here to take a look at what remains of the Georgia Guidestones. I am standing right where they used to stand. Now, 6 months ago, this is January 2023, 6 months ago in July of 2022, someone or someones, more than one person, possibly, maybe, allegedly, showed up here and blew them up. They didn't destroy all of it, but it blew up enough to where they then came and demolished the rest of it. Cameras used to be right over my right shoulder. They're gone too. We're going to take a look at all of it. We're going to take a look at where things were and see if we can find any remnants of what might be left behind. I think it's time we explore more. Let's do it. Before we do a little digging, let's take a look at where the Guidestones came from, the day they were dedicated, and the day they were resting in pieces.
Over 951 cubic feet of granite make up the 11 pieces of the monument. The overall height is 19 feet 3 inches from the surface of the ground to the top of the capstone. There are spots and holes in the center stone that have astrological significance because they have been cut at precise angles to permit accurate readings of the sun and moon at various times of the year.
Standing on the highest point of Elbert County, the Georgia Guidestones have raised a lot of questions. 4 upright stones more than 16 feet high, with support stones totaling almost 238,000 pounds. And there's a message sandblasted in 12 languages in letters 2 inches tall. The sponsors of the mysterious project are said to be an anonymous group of out-of-state Americans promoting the concept of the conservation of mankind. Here's the mystery, though. Elbert and granite businessman Joe Finley was contacted to build the project by a man using the fictitious name of R.C. Christian. Granite City Bank President Wyatt Martin served as intermediary, handled the escrow account for all funds, and says he'll carry the secret of who R.C. Christian is to his grave. Well, in spite of what we don't know, Congressman Doug Bernard dedicated the Guidestones with an open mind.
We must stress today the need for self-control, for self-restraint, and yes, self-government, all of which I interpret in this Georgia Guidestone.
The sense of permanence is there, and we do know this. The Georgia Guidestones are some of the largest granite monuments ever erected, and they can be seen for years to come on Georgia Highway 77, 7 miles north of Elberton. Matt Hunt, Action News, on the scene in Northeast Georgia.
4:03 a.m., July 6, 2022. An explosion rocks the Georgia Guidestones, leveling one of the columns and making the rest of the monument highly unstable and dangerous to be near. All of this was caught on video by the cameras on property. The following day, crews were dispatched to the area to assess the situation. Due to it being highly unstable, they came to the conclusion it had to be torn down. To the left of the monument was buried a time capsule. The mysteries of the monument continue. What did the time capsule contain, and where is it today? Now, I know what you're saying. Why would you drive into the middle of Georgia to film what's no longer there? Well, I guess you can consider it an update video. And I'm quite happy that this thing is gone. I don't condone blowing things up like that, but somebody did that, and it's no longer. But let's take a little pokes around here and see what we can get going. I'll also show you where all the cameras were, the time capsule, all of this stuff. There's some remnants here. We're going to do a little digging and see what we can find. Starting off looking at this rather non-impressive telephone pole, but you can see that that's got its own small transformer on it and a lot of gadgets. That's because that used to have high definition cameras on it. Both this one and that one right there. But those cameras are no mas. Ever since this thing got blown up and demolished and all the way, they had no need for cameras anymore. There's a better look. And again, if you go back and look at my original video from here, you'll be able to see exactly what these look like. I'll put that video in the description. I'll put a link down there so you can check it out rather easily. Walking through the fence. Normally the big reveal is saved for the last of a video, but this is where it was. There was another camera on that pole over there, but it's gone as well. As we walk right into here on this gravel, this is where the Guidestones stood, right here. Now they have plowed this and removed, I would say probably most, if not all, of the stone. And you can see it's just right here in a beautiful meadow in Georgia. I believe that is Highway 77 over there. And this road is called Guidestone Road. Now right over here where this red sandstone is at, or red clay, is this is where, if I recall correctly, there was a time capsule right over in here. The Guidestones were right there, and then there was something else over here. I can't recall what it was. It's been a while since I watched any videos on it other than when it blew up, which there are videos there on the interwebs. This must be, I think this is a giant ant hill here. Yeah, ain't messing with that. But I'm not really seeing, not really even seeing any chunks of granite or anything. I have a feeling what they did was they just plowed things and buried them over there. They hauled away a lot of stuff too, but I'm sure if there are small shards and whatnot, that dirt was brought in, it looks like. So they may have buried stuff over here. And there's no telling. There may have been folks out here digging around as well to get possibly some remnants. It's only 6 months ago, so wasn't that long. Not quite sure why this is here though. Not quite sure why that's here. I'm not really seeing much. I'm not seeing, I thought maybe there'd be some little pieces of granite, little memento of this once former location. But not a lot left. However, there are rocks where it stood, because it was right here. I mean, this was it. Exactly where I'm standing. And then, like I say, over there was the time capsule, which they dug up. So the question remains, where did the remains of the Georgia Guidestones go? Did they take them to a local dump? Did they bury them on private property? Where's the time capsule? Who did they hire to come get this stuff? Is there anyone out there that has any information? I would sure like to be able to track down the company and find out possibly if the stones are still around in any capacity. But more importantly, where is that time capsule at? And what was in it? What did it say? Who picked it up? Where is it now? I really, really want to know that. I want to know what was in that time capsule. Were there other things written down? Were there other items in there? Very interesting. Definitely a controversial monument. Some say transhumanist, eugenics. Definitely some psychobabble going on that thing. That's my opinion. Y'all may have a different opinion. I was not a big fan of it, but it's private property and you can do whatever you want. I believe in liberty, so you can put a statue up here and write whatever the heck you want on it. It's all good. However, somebody else did not think that, and they came and they blew it up. So I don't advocate that, but I'm interested in what's in that time capsule. So I guess that's a long way to say, where the heck's that time capsule? What's in it? What was in that time capsule? I've probably stated that too many times already. A whole bunch of horses just grazing right here. Pretty cool. The monument looked a lot larger when I was here last time. Now, they're just little pieces here and there. The rest of it's gonzo. But I think, out of curiosity, I'm going to keep this. Maybe I'll see if there's a couple more around here. Maybe there's somebody out there that would be interested in having a piece for curiosity's sake. But yeah, that's Georgia Guidestones right there in the palm of your hand. There's one of the poles that used to have the cameras on them out here in the field. Just see the cord dangling. There is a residential house right there about, what's that, about almost a quarter mile away. But that's it. I haven't seen anybody else pull up. No one else has come out. Used to be fairly busy back in the day. You can see the parking lot right here that they put in. So it received quite a few visitors back when these things were up. Hello there. How are you? How are you? I don't have food. I'm sorry. Would you like some grass? I can maybe give you some of this. I don't know if that's your jam. Not sure if this is your jam, but hold up. Calm down. Hold on. Ready for some grub? There you go. There you go. Well, you got competition. Now it's going to get all tense over here. What's up? So, were you guys here when the Guidestones were blown up? You were? I bet that loud noise scared you, huh? I know. I know, you don't like loud noises. Are you glad they're gone? How about you? Are you glad they're gone? What about this guy? Does he have an opinion? Is that the boss back there? Is that the boss off in the distance there? All right. I'm just looking for some remnants. Can you point me in the right direction of some remnants from the explosion? What's left of the Guidestones? I have a feeling it's somewhere in this field. Using my horse whisperer skills, I was able to convince them to show me where I might find some of the remains of one of the world's most mysterious monuments.